Hello, everyone. So, now I believe we're going to finally to finish up fundies. We're going back to day 22, home stretch. We Before I get into that, when we made the shallow poached chicken a few videos back or whatever it was, when we got it, we made it into skinless, boneless chicken breasts. But when we were making into that, we had extra chicken skin and the wings of the chicken. So, we actually made Chef Wong called them Scooby snacks, uh, and they were so good. Um, he fried the chicken skin, and he made wings, and a kid in my class made the like sauce for them, and they were so good. I have a picture of them half eaten, but so that'll have to do. But they were so good. They brought pork skins, like pork skin snacks. They brought them to a whole new level. They were so delicious. Um, so now back to day 22, I believe it was. Yeah, day 22. Um, we made beef stew, which this is kind of confusing because it wasn't really a stew. Stew was more of the method in which we cooked the beef. Um, and so we made beef stew, broccoli that we boiled and then put in an ice bath, and then warmed back up and boiled just to get it back up to temp, and then butter. I think we just put butter into a bowl with the broccoli, and we just kind of like mixed it around and stuff. We also made vegetables again. Roasted root vegetable, which doesn't make any sense. No, not roasted root vegetable. Made roasted root vegetable was the day before. Let's see. I'm going off a day. Okay, we also made steamed broccoli, okay, but I don't remember steaming it. We also made a batonnet of carrots, turnips, rutabaga, and green beans. And we did the same thing, boiled it, ice bath, reboiled it, bringing it back up to temp in butter. And then we also made my favorite thing. I have my phone because I'm looking at the pictures, which I'll put up on the screen after I'm done talking about the dish. But we also made fresh egg pasta again, and that time we got to use the pasta cutter. So we have like a pasta roller thing, and put the put the pasta through. We keep rolling it and changing it to make it thinner and thinner and thinner until you can almost like see your hand through the pasta, and then you use the cutter part and you put it through, and it cuts it into perfect places, into perfect things. I can't. You can see that, right? There it is. You'll see the picture in full. But and then we put some parsley in it. That day he was just kind of like, I'm giving you parsley. You have to put minced parsley into one dish. You can put it into the vegetables, or into the noodles. It's your choice. I ended up putting it in the noodles just to give the noodles some color, so it wasn't just all one color bland. Pasta, we also rolled it. We put in butter, water, in a saute pan, all that. And then I put the parsley in too. And we mixed it up. I remember my one of my comments in when he was giving me that is that I made too big of a portion of pasta. I actually have two so this day our chef wasn't feeling good, so we made one full plate for us to eat, and then we made another full plate, and it was just kind of like bite-sized pieces for our chef. So I have them both that I can put them both up, I believe. But I made the pasta for my plate, because I knew I was gonna eat that for lunch. I made it, and I made the pasta portion big because I wanted a lot of pasta. And then my one comment from him was that my pasta portion was too big. So I thought that was funny. After that, I made myself however I wanted to make it, plated it correct with the correct proportions, and then he tasted everything, judged how it was, whatever, gave me my feedback, and then I went back to the saute pan and added whatever more I wanted. But after that, I don't think there was very much, because I love my pasta. So, but the next day we made sauteed chicken with a fiend herb sauce, and with that we made whipped potatoes and jardine vegetables, which is like, it's carrots, peas, turnips, maybe rutabaga, I don't know off the top of my head, and green beans with that also, and it's the same process how we make all the vegetables, and then, that was that day, and I have a picture of it, and I'll put it up on the screen, and then, so the next day we made pork cutlets, which was really cool. And then we made we made mayonnaise, but we made the mayonnaise, and then from the mayonnaise we made coleslaw. And that day was a lot of per team day, so I helped make the mayo, but my whole team made it together. So we made the mayo, and then we made this coleslaw, dressing, sauce, whatever, more dressing. We made our fresh mayo, and that's what was in the coleslaw sauce. And then that day we also made pan-fried pork cutlets, and we made spätzle, which was so good. And then we also made collard greens, and then we put some, I believe it was bacon. I believe it was bacon. And I actually made that, our whole team made it, but I was the majority person who made it, and it was so good. But I love spinach and all that kind of stuff. So collard greens, sauteed collard greens with some meat. It was so good. And then we also made sauce. I believe it was sauce Robert. And we've made that before, but we made it again for the pork cutlet. We made it again as a sauce for that. So kind of one other thing I'll add is our kind of rule for the for sauces and stuff. If it is a moist cooking method, we put the sauce on top. So sauteed shallow poached chicken, we put it on top. Whereas dry cooking methods, so roasted chicken, dry cooking methods, we put it underneath. So pan fried pork cutlets and all that. So that's why the sauce is not on the pork cutlet, it's underneath it. And the same with the pan gravy with the roasted, so you can see the beautiful color and you don't hide it with the sauce. That's kind of our rule.